said, I just got this down from upstairs from the Secretary of Defense office today.
Carefully, brothers and sisters. Salute my Rahim here, Master of the Covenant, break our 7 seals. Judge. This is a little clip very, very closely, brothers and sisters.
He said, I just got this down from upstairs from the Secretary of Defense office today, and he said, this is a memo that describes how we're going to take out 7 countries in 5 years, starting with Iraq and then Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and finishing off Iran. I said, is it classified? He said, yes, sir. I said, well, don't show it to me. If you were Iranian, you probably believe that you were mostly already at war with the United States anyway, since we've asserted that their government needs regime change. So, and we've asked Congress to appropriate $75 million to do it, and we are supporting terrorist groups, apparently, who are infiltrating and blowing up things inside Iran. And if we're not doing it, let's put it this way, we're probably cognizant of it and encouraging it. So it's not surprising that we're moving to a point of confrontation crisis with Iran. I'm going to guess that none of this surprises you, Professor Sack.
And this is my commentary, brothers and sisters. I got a few things to say. I got quite a few things to say, but I decided not to because everything that needs to be said has been said. 35 years we're talking. And now we've come to the point, the future, we're caught up to the future. Future is now. And everything I've been saying for the last 35 years is coming into focus. Everything. And there's people who's been around for a little while, and they can bear witness to that if they can. That's if they're about not resistant. This world's coming into focus of the angel. And they can't stop it. It's on a roller coaster ride straight down to hell. They can't stop it. They're talking, but it's getting worse every day. It's getting worse and worse and worse. And you get to a threshold effect where at some point you turn the fire up, and after a while the water turns to steam. And if you need a fire, it's going to turn to steam. Nothing you can do about it. That's the threshold point. See, that's what's happening right now. TikTok, run. Time has run out. Time has run out. And that's what I'm going to talk about. Well, I mean, that's all I'm going to talk about. There's nothing else. I mean, that's it. Time has run out. This has been a ride for us for the last 500 years. Right? Now our time has arrived. Right? Shock of the hour. Let's talk about the shock of the hour. Scriptures talk about that. And they were talking about how all these things would happen suddenly. And if I haven't lost it right, I'm going to give this little, these verses that I copied out of Scriptures. And it keeps telling how suddenly the destruction is coming upon them and how terrible it's going to be, right? And it's going to be a result of mischief, right? That's part of mischief and surprise. So it was they're being deceived and things happening behind it. Because see, I mean, if your eyes are open, sometimes you wish they weren't, because you realize everything been told is a lie. Everything. You watch the newscast, nothing but lies, lies. And what does that do? It puts you into a false reality. You see? But you're in a false reality. And so, then what? Because like I said, it come upon you as a snare to my people. Come upon as a snare, because you won't see it coming. Because they've given you a mind that's against yourself, and you can't see anything. I hate to use that word even see, because see, their highest sense is sight. So that's why, do you see that? Like, you don't see what your thoughts is a sense all to itself. I mean, you hear, you see light, you hear sound, right? And you process information with your brain. Your brain takes all this information, it takes sight and it takes hearing, right? They say, you see like you understand, but your eyes don't understand anything. That's just bad language. That's just bad language, bro. That's their language. Because see, there I go. There you see, because you see. See? Means you understand. So how does understanding got anything to do with seeing? Because that all comes from their backwards way of thinking, and so that permeates into this time frame. I mean, they just think the world is flat. So a lot of things they have, a lot of things, religious ideas they have, is based on that concept. It's like they say, well, Jesus will come from the sky, or come down, descend from the sky. Well, when they saw that it says every eye shall see him, they said, well, then brain says if every eye going to see him and the world is flat, see, the brain's just going to calculate information it gets. So the information we got was the world is flat and God's come from the sky, right? You see what I'm saying? I mean, no, if the world's flat and everybody's going to see him, that means he must be coming down from the sky. It's the only way everybody can see him if the world's flat. He had to come descend from the sky. See? And so that's the conclusion they came, and that's still idea is in religion, because that's where they had it back before, and they kept those ideas. And those ideas were wrong, because they found the world was round, then that every eye couldn't see him coming from the sky, because if you're outside Earth, you wouldn't see him. And you got all that kind of stuff in there, and that's what I'm saying. And it's how you get all that stuff is in your brain. You don't realize how much of it's in there. You don't realize how much is in there. And that's why it has to be washed totally clean. You have to get a whole new mind all together. You have to let go of the old mind, and most of you can't do that. In fact, none of you have been able to do it. See, that's why I said Suman, he was the only one able to do it, because he was able to not upload, but activate the engine mind. And so, new mind, clean mind. You can see everything. And you don't have that. It says you don't have it, because it says you're dry bones. You have no spirit. So I don't care who you think you are, what you think you don't, you still have the devil's mind. It says it. So you're going to hold scripture to lie? That gets back to what this clown said. I think, I really believe, based on my understanding, that probably is going to be the last broadcast. And I'm going to tell you why in a minute. Because they're nervous over there. I mean, look at all the things happening in the world, and they mention none of it. Oh, we're going to talk about God's word. That was it. I mean, what was the point? What was the point of the whole just talking about and trying to throw some mathematics in there, right? Trying to throw some mathematics in there about electricity. I had no idea what they're talking about. That stuff was all wrong. About ions, you don't know what an ion is. You don't understand any of that. And they say, God's truth. His word is truth. It can't resist it. I mean, it's, it's indestructible, it's invincible, it's so forth. And even home the Bible showing you God's word. He just said last week that the Bible's corrupt. He said last week the Bible's corrupt. So, see, they're nervous over there, and they didn't mention anything about current events because they're nervous. See, and Farrakhan can't say anything. Because he didn't see none of this stuff happening. He seen none of this stuff. Because remember, before he was saying, oh, Armageddon is going to spread. And now nobody's talking about hardly that anymore. The big thing is the Middle East. Like I said, no, you're wrong. And now news is blown up. He's not mentioning, he's talking, oh, well, Nebuchadnezzar, and that's about it. And God told him to shut up. See? So they spoke about nothing. And I kept saying, what's the point? I kept asking my wife, what's the point? God's word, what's the point? You're saying, y'all don't believe it? Because if God's word is what you said, then you got to believe in the Bible. If that's God's word. You said it can't be stopped. That's God's word, ain't it? Then you got bad translation out there. That don't mean anything wrong with the Bible. I never say anything wrong with it. I show you what it really means. That's why you got a thing called, what they was called it, it's a term they use with credit cards. Check digit. I think it's check digit. In other words, when they give you a credit, when you give you a number, your debit card number, whatever, there's a check digit in there. So the way they calculate a certain kind of way, in other words, whatever number you have, is some kind of permutation. So when they put it to a computer, it's going to come up. It's going to come to one digit. They know that it's a valid card. Call it a check digit. So give me an example, right? Say, for instance, no matter how many you put in there, if you multiply this number times this number, divide by this number, add these numbers together, everything, the result always going to be 5. So no matter. So if somebody puts a number in, they don't know the permutation, they don't know the algorithm. So they just make up a card and put some false numbers there. When they do it, when the computer goes to check digit, say, oh, that will call it 5. They know that's a fraudulent number. It's called like a check digit. I think I'm saying it right. The same thing NOI. So the thing is that they can put bad translation everything that you want to. All you got to do is build it right back to the NOI, and you know what it really means. Just fill it right back to the NOI and know what it really means. So they can put the King James Version, say it's his piece, whatever, but you put it through there and you know exactly what it means. Because without knowing check digit, they can change whatever they want to. But the point is, you always put it through the NOI and you know exactly what it meant. So, because, they'd have to actually know what the scripture means. Think about it. They'd actually know what it means to corrupt it. But they don't know what it means because it's sealed. You understand? So they have to know what it means to corrupt it. They say, we're going to change it to this. Well, you change whatever you want to because you don't really know what it means. Because you still got the context, everything else. So all of the verses, you got all the books. So you can always compare, because you have to actually know what it means to corrupt it. And they don't. That's why it's sealed. If you seal something, that means you protect it. If the Bible's sealed, that means it's protected. So God's word is, but they say, no. See, that's the way they get around with their bullshit because nothing in the scriptures support this crap they said about Farrakhan. Nothing. And they're going to be asked about it in a few more days. They say, hey, excuse me, explain to me, show me anything in scripture that supports what you said about Farrakhan. They're not. Oh, boy. Ooh. It's a terrible thing to fall into the hands of some man. You have no idea. Because it won't be dealing with a lamb. And it won't be dealing with a lion either. They can deal with a wolf when it comes to their judgment. Because they have no mercy. It says, when I play this thing, if I just thought about, I hope I didn't delete it. But you see it says there's going to be no mercy for them. None. But they gave none to us. It said even the old people, it said they put them on a heavy yoke upon even the old people. That's why it says the average age for a male slave back in was like 36 years, I think it was. So between 30 and 36 years. But when you look at those pictures, they're like 90 years old. Because they worked them so damn hard that they was like, they was older than 90 some years old by the time. They was just worn out. They didn't get any rest. They're still doing it now to some extent, because you're still a slave now, you just don't realize it. Right? You're still a slave right now. You're still, they call it employee now. See? Yeah. See, so much stuff. Brothers and sisters. And you walk around and you don't understand. And then they got you with the demons. They got you coming and going. They said they'll come after you every elevated place. You're an employee, you're a slave, you don't know it. Right? You're married to the devil, you don't know it because it's black. Right? You're worshiping Jesus as a dictator and hates you and doom you to slave forever or for eternity. I mean, they got you coming and going. And you have no idea. And the point is, it's like, the point is, if you're in this lake of shit, you don't need soap. You just get out the damn lake. And you understand that. Oh, I'm gonna clean myself. I'm gonna get some soap, man. And I'm, push this shit away from around me. No, you gotta get out the lake. You gotta get out there for gravitational vortex. You gotta get out of it. Because then they see clearly. Because if you're still in it, you can't see nothing. You can't see anything. They got you going to the language, with the religion, with the economy, you're a slave. Religion, you're worshiping something, worshiping Satan, and you don't realize it. The language, the economy, you got you in every kind of way, every way you imagine. Got you beating yourself. Got you loving your enemy. It tells you, love your enemy. God damn. You didn't catch that one? If you love your enemy, you're going to get more of them. How you going to survive? You show me where Jesus said he loves his enemy. Show me where he says it. Show me where he said he come back, he going to kick your ass. He ain't going to throw his enemies in hell forever, never, never. So why in hell he tell you to do something he ain't going to do himself? Love your enemies. Do good to them and evil to you. What the hell? If I'm your friend, I call myself my friend, and you treating people, your enemies, good, as the way you treat me, then why I need to be your friend? I might as well be your enemy. I'm still going to get the same good treatment. In fact, I'm going to get better treatment. Because I ain't got to do a goddamn thing for you. You're going to be nice to me anyway. They got you in everywhere. And the only freedom is the angel. Get out of it. And you ain't, and all of you're still in it. I don't care what you think, got an angel or not. It says, all you still, no spirit, dry bones. It says, oh, there's no spirit. And it's easy to prove it. I'm going to prove it in a minute. See? So that's why the shocks will be so great, because this reality is all based on a false premise. And false Israel is the cornerstone of it. And what's cornerstone is like the foundation, right? You put a cornerstone, the whole thing falls apart. And that's why you got to protect it. Because false Israel goes down, this whole reality collapses like a house of cards. Whole collapses. And when it collapses, right? Remember, that's the mind you had. And as long as that mind had was feeding the brain was calculating based on that. That brain was saying, okay, women are inferior. Blacks are doomed to be slaves forever, they cursed. That's what's real about. That's the reality. And so you act on those. And so it says a time will come when people will do evil to you thinking they're doing God's will. Because that is God's will. It's the Bible, because that's still Bible. There was a time for that. There was a time for that. And how do you put people under pressure? You put them in a situation that's contrary to them. That's how you put people under pressure. If you give them things that they like, that's not putting them under pressure. You have to give them something they don't like. And the more they don't like it, the more pressure they're going to be under. The more they hate it, the more pressure they'll be under. And if you put them under enough pressure, they're going to transform to something else. And if they have real good, strong gene, they'll transform into something better than they was before. You see the wisdom behind it? It don't sound right. Oh, man. Oh, but that's the mathematics. That's how you make a diamond. You got to start thinking mathematically. So God wanted him, he said, we're going to make you, let's make man like our image. How the hell are you going to do that? You got to transform into something better than you were before. The only way you can do that is you got to put them under pressure. And the way you put in pressure, something that's totally opposite to them, totally against them, totally. But they had the ability to transform into a diamond. See? So you look at coal, say, hey man, that's coal. Somebody said, hey man, if you put coal enough pressure, it'll turn into a diamond. It'll live forever. It'll still be same idea as coal, because you put a coal in a diamond in a furnace, and it burns just like coal. You would burn exactly like coal, because it's still carbon. But it's a diamond. It's harder, but it still burns the same way, because it's still the same material. It's just rearranged in a stronger way. Right? Just like a person, you go to the gym, right? And you got muscle, still same material, but you're stronger because you reorganize your cells and turn them into muscle. But you're still the same material, the same as another man. It's just that you put yourself under a lot of pressure, no pain or a lot of pressure, and now you transform yourself into muscle. The same thing. So he said, how you going to do this? You got to put them. So it means you got to put them on somebody that's totally against them, afflict them. That's understand the math. That's affliction means putting you under pressure, and to put you on intense affliction, to put you on intense pressure, and under that, as a result of it, right? That's what you might not like the process, but you love the result. Oh damn! Now we diamonds. See? But then when coal turns to a diamond, it's still underground, and when you pull out, it still looks like coal. See, but you recognize, you beat on it, you see it won't crack. You know it's a diamond. Then you clean it up, and that's when you got a diamond. So we still look like coal. Mm-hmm. And that's what the tribulation is for, because it's heat, furnace. It's to burn all that dirt off here. See? Hope you understand, brothers and sisters. See? So the thing is that, but see, you wouldn't see it that way. See, you wouldn't think that way, even though it's all around you. The Quran says this wisdom's all around you, but you don't think that because you weren't taught to think that way. You're taught to think just opposite against yourself. So you see, are you afflicted? That means, oh, God hates you. See, he's punishing you. That's what Farrakhan's saying. No, he's recreating you. Right? He's making it stronger. See, my dad keeps sending me to the gym, man. I gotta go to the gym every day. I'm tired, I'm stressed, right? And then you come out, man, all of a sudden, man, you look like the Hulk. Hey, ooh, wow, all the ladies love you. See, no pain, no gain. But see, that kind of idea, you never would thought about it. And if I hadn't, and before you heard from me, you would never thought that kind of way. See? Because then you was buying it too. You was buying the thing too that most of you was buying. In fact, you was inferior. And you was cursed black. Most of you was buying that. You bought into it. You see? Most of you bought into it. Because you think it opposite. Backwards. See? So he's on the forecast, like I said, and all the stuff going in the world, they never talk about any of it. So just God's word, we're God's word, and what was the purpose? And now, smash from him, remember for years was the originator? Now it's God's word, God's word. Well, the Bible and the Quran is not Master from Muhammad's word. I mean, he's benefiting from it. This was stuff that was written 16,000 years ago. See? So, anyway, I think I said less. And you see basically some things I want to say here today. Right? and we go in and start the seals, right? We see there's a silence on this fifth seal. And I explained how you can tell it's a silence and everything else. And I explained before, and I've been going in trying, I was wondering why suddenly this big platform right in the middle of my abomination, desolation, this platform, where I had all the latest stuff. I had a lot of information on there about the fifth seal, and I was wondering, all of a sudden, and usually when they do that, they let you copy all your tapes out of there. Right? Man, they shut it down. Told me they told me in all sudden words, we're not putting it back up. They wouldn't even give me a reason. But I have backups. See, because I said the fifth seal there'd be a silence, and after the fifth seal, then the sixth seal would take over. The sixth seal would be hell on earth. An angel called earth, talking about the European countries, specifically America, hell. Okay. So we're going to talk about some of those things today. So I'm just getting a little commentary here, right? The shock of the hour is because your mind, you've been told lies, plus this reality, and you believe this reality is going to last forever. It's like somebody born in the winter, and they never heard about summer or fall. They think winter is all there is. And when the spring comes, that shock, because they expecting that. They invested everything in the winter. Right? In the winter, the more snow you got, the more wealthy you are, right? Because, if you're North Pole, right, snow is important. Ice is important because they build a house off of ice, igloos, and all that kind of stuff, right? The more you got, the more powerful you are. See? So you got all this ice, man. I got tons of ice, man. I got tons of sun, right? And then what happens when spring comes, that stuff just melts. Just melts away like it wasn't there. Same thing with money. Oprah, Denzel, spring's come, all that money's gonna be worthless. And I would tell you that when we're doing stuff in the streets. Worthless. That's why they gotta hold on to some, you understand the ideas here? That's why they gotta hold on to the winter. That's why they're gonna be sisters, they gotta hold on to the winter. Because their power's in the winter and the snow. And when spring comes, all that stuff gets melted. They have no power anymore. Igloos and stuff gets melted. You can have a super castle or a super fortification of ice. It could be the biggest ice castle in the world. Big as a whole state. And what happens? Spring comes, it just melts. Like it wasn't even there. And that's what says the reality is going to just go away. Because the new realities come out, make all things new. Spring makes all things new, doesn't it? You see how they talk? The spring is totally different than winter. All things new. I'm trying to bring stuff down to earth to you, bro, so you understand it. You're not going to make the stars new. You're not going to make the earth new. It's going to be the same earth. You're not going to make the air new. It's just all things. What it means, all things under winter is going to be removed. And the spring is coming in. All things new. They ain't going to make us new. We're going to be transformed in twinkle of an eye. Why? Because we're already transformed. We just was covered with dirt, covered with shit. So once then the diamond shows up, it's bright and beautiful. Then people see when cold, that's just cold. And then you brush it off, hey, that's a dot. Damn, you have a whole different idea. See, that's what it is. We like cold, man, look at them niggas. And then all of a sudden, transmit, oh damn. And then everybody else who was putting this down, didn't go through that transformation process, they're still cold. We're still cold. You're putting a goddamn fire. You see how they talk? You put the coal in the fire and burn it up. It says, what do they call it? The fuel for the fire. I'm trying to make this stuff as clear as possible, bro. It says this. Everybody's going to be fuel for the fire because they're still cold. They're still cold because they didn't go through the process. You understand? They're still cold. Fuel for the fire. I'm trying to translate Angel into simple language. Now, like I was explaining, you take a lion, if he's still, see, most of the people, especially the brothers out there, they're butt broken. See, that's what part of the hardcore butt break. They were butt break. They catch the strongest one, the most one seemed a little more rebellious, and they butt break them. They would take, and they had these little devils run around, right? Right, and they would take, and they would go to all the different plantations, and man say, "Yeah, we got a buck over here. We got to watch. He's tough." And people look up to him. We can't have that. And they strip him down naked and bend him over and have all the slaves watch. If he ain't children, they have to watch or hit it. Later, they watch. They butt break him right in front of everybody. Nobody would look up to him after that. Because he say, see, devil, master man. That's where it comes from. They're the man. That's why I call devils he's a man. Because you was just turned to a butt broken, I won't say female. You understand? You wasn't the man no more. He's the man. Because he's the one butt broke you. That's where it comes from. It's like good morning. Go back and check the word out they're saying. They use that saying before over in Europe. That's not what they said to each other. They said over here because that was to check you to see whether you was getting upset about what was going on. Check your attitude. Good morning, man. Good morning, master. That's where you better smile. We're going to get your ass toe up. And so that's why I don't address them. They be saying I walk down the street or whatever, and good morning, I ignore it. Because that's just a test to see what your attitude is. It ain't no goddamn good morning. If the only good morning when your ass is gone, all y'all are gone. See, all this stuff that you've been listening with, and you don't know it. And you won't see it until you step out when you get out of this vortex, which all of you still in it. Every one of you. All you still in it. The devil's that is their vortex. And demons in it, along you in it, all of you. It says angel's going to have to pull you out in a minute. See? But that's what's happening there. You understand? And so you have a lion in a cage, and he ain't butt broken. So it's not broken. And that cage gets unlocked. He busts out of here. And none bad business way, it gets eaten or whatever. Busts out because he was just walking around that cage, right? Looking the way to get out. And then once that cage open, boom, he's out. He don't just walk, he burst out. And same thing. See? Because you tell people, oh man, I'm down with the angel, I'm down with this, whatever. And then here we are at the point where with the most intense period in history, just seconds away from tribulation, the time of unprecedented trouble. And then you got all this knowledge. You're supposed to be fired up. You're supposed to be the God now. You're supposed to get all this knowledge. Man, as soon as it's like you're on a leash, and once that leash is going, man, you should be tearing ass, busting out there. And, oh man, why? I gotta check this out, man. This is on hold, man. I've been doing this, because you're full of shit. Because you ain't for real. Because if that was the case, and you was restricted, and once that door was open, right, you should be all over the place, on YouTube, on Instagram, on every place, because it's very simple, right? The fifth seal, there was silence is broken with Syria just went down, man. Just simple as that. And now, Iran's getting out. Take over the Middle East, destroy the power of America and Europe and make our whatever in the Middle East. So much like that. It's going to happen within a couple of days. So much all over the place. Something ain't got to be complicated. It's not complicated about that. It's simple. It's straightforward. Cricket. I had to take care of this. I had to go and check it out, see if it was okay. See, you're not fooling me. Fool yourself. So those who say they deceive Allah, they only see themselves. They're part of the light of Allah with their mouths, only see themselves. So this real man, you be a fire. It says he would make his ministers flames of fire. And that's going to happen. See, because once this happened a couple more days, see, then 144,000 be revealed. But not 740,000, 740,000 actually, but they, even amongst them, there's going to be some fireballs. You see? And they would shoot flames, real flames, burning ass, demon warriors. Because we ain't got none now. I don't want to do that as myself. Nobody saw us coming. Well, yeah, because they don't. They gotta give me credit. Okay? Like that fool was saying on broadcast. Oh, well, the primary source of communication is the word. That's bullshit. And you heard action speaks louder than words. Have you heard that? No, the primary source of communication is actions. I told you I don't speak English anymore. I speak actionless. You can talk all that crap you want to. Your actions tell me everything. That's the most powerful form of communication. Because after all that, a child, you know where he learns from? You know where a child learns from? You can talk all the bullshit you want to. He watched you. He watched how the mother interfaced with his father. He watched the father interface with the mother. She or he. That's what he learned from. They watch your actions. Because first of all, they don't know that much words anyway, do they? They learn from that. Then you go up and you see acting like this way. That way. It's like my little children I had with my demon wife. They hate me because she did. Because she reacted with me. She was nervous, not nervous, but she was angry all the time, and combative and everything all the time. And so I understand where they come from. I'm not going to lose no sleep over it. Because they saw how she interacted with me, and so that's where they interact with me, just like she does. And when they do talk, I say, I don't want to hear it because I don't, oh yeah, that's your mama talking. And that is your mama talking. So if she interacted with me in a positive and respectful way, they would react with me in a positive and respectful way. That's where they learn from. Your actions. See? And my actions for over last year has been constant, sick or whatever. So at one time, this whole time, I was like, I just couldn't do anything. I don't know what happened. Well, I got some idea, right? But I was just, one day I just, I had no stress, anything, no energy. I couldn't do anything. This one about a week or two, and then it just happened. It was weird what happened too, because like I said, it happened. Some wife, she took off to see her family out of state, right? And as soon as she gone, I was like, she pours in beer. She did. So and then she couldn't do that, right? But I said, what happened? I said, that's coincidence. I don't believe coincidence. As soon as she leave, boom, and I'm laying on the couch, and that was where she left me. That's where I was when she came back. I could not move. She said, how you doing? Well, I didn't eat anything, right? See? Well, you put all, I'm not going to go some details, but that's where I was. She came back. She saw me there, and I couldn't even talk. So she called the Mercy people. They came and got me, put me on it. They took me on it, and they couldn't find anything wrong. They took all kinds of tests and all sorts of stuff. Recovering. No medication, no nothing. I just stopped recovering. I had no idea. That's the only time I called out. I said, well, 2 times I called out. My mother was dying, right? And I found that God wasn't for real. And then when I was like that, since I was quiet, I had called the man from mom and said, look, you have any idea what's going on here? What's wrong with me? Because I want to do this. I don't like doing this job. I tell you right now, I don't like it. I didn't want to do it. I think I got tricked into it. It's one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. For all kinds of reasons, because of my personality and everything else. I'm not doing it. I'm not asking anybody for any money. I don't get any money. I'm doing it because my people. That's why I sacrifice, specifically for the sisters. Because they've been without protection for some years now. They deserve it, protected, and if we don't protect our women, we don't deserve it if we have them. Primarily, otherwise I wouldn't be doing this. So don't get it twisted. It's not easy, especially for me. It's like totally against my personality. I'm hurt by nature. I don't want to talk to people. My wife would tell you. She looked at one of my broadcasts. She said, "Damn, you talk more than an hour broadcast. You talked to me the whole time we've been together, over 40 years." Because I don't do much talking. I go to Jim, I don't say anything about it. And I don't want nobody to say anything. They come to me, how many sets you got? Look up at it crazy. Get the hell out of here, go find something else to do. Hold on, balance this here. Let me check this out here. Let me turn this thing on. My son asked me to do this. Understand, brothers and sisters? So, like I said, it's totally against my nature. I don't have patience with people. So I got a extraordinary amount of patience. I got to talk to people. I say, Jim, I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to talk to me. I get on the train my way down in. There's some fool come get next to me. I'll leave. You want to talk? I don't want to talk to you. You know? So everybody think they don't trying to figure who I am. Because I don't really bother people. Not that I don't like people. But most times they want to talk about bullshit. I don't want to talk about sports. I don't talk about none of that crap. I want to talk about science. I want to talk about mathematics. And my people don't want to talk about that kind of stuff. And I don't want to hear about what they talk about. And if I start talking about what I want to talk about, they say, "Hey, bro, okay, can we talk about this some other time?" That's where they come. That's where they come on. I don't know about them anymore. And especially if they have no conversation whatsoever. They always come out their way to try to conversate with me. And I don't want to bother with them. I know who they are. So this is not easy for me. I don't want to do it. Okay? But I don't do anything half-assed. And so once I realized it had to be done, we went all in. And I've been paying the price for it. I spent 3 years on Demon Island. Right? All my children hate me. And so, whatever. They've tried to kill me several times. So forth, so on. So it's 100%. Because that's what our people deserve 100%. Because they gave 100% during the Holocaust. They gave 100% or they would have been transformed. See? Humiliated, tormented, beat, and everything else. So they deserve 100%. And I'm getting 100%. And it's even more powerful because I don't even want to do it. So I really got kind of bugged about it because I said I felt like I got tricked into it. Because I told the story, I got with Elijah Muhammad. I didn't. There's an all story together. And they tried to give me a minister. I wasn't no minister. They tried to talk me into ministry jockey. No, I don't want to go to minister's class. I don't want to deal with people. I know it's bad. Even when I was in the Army, I was a sergeant, and they kept getting on my case. So I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to tell people what to do. I better do it myself. And I was sergeant. They kept on my case. Man, you got to tell me. I said, man, well, I got to tell you, man, I can do it. I can get it done myself quicker. And so I didn't want to do that. And after Elijah left, I followed his example. Do for self. I was doing great. Many mansions, nice cars, money, right? I was isolated and had to deal with other people. I had a contracted business. So I had to deal with people on a professional level, but it was strictly professional. And then one day, I'm with my wife, we go to her family's house. And she goes upstairs, and I sit in the car. I think it was Easter Sunday. And this guy's on the radio. I'm paid through the radio, and this guy starts reciting or reading the Revelations. And I love puzzles. I love figuring puzzles. I said, thanks for us. Hey, I can figure that out. Right? So I said, okay. And I went at it, and damn, that changed my life. I said, that was a faithful day, Easter Sunday, 1989. So it was. By 1990, I had broken the seals. I didn't expect when I broke those seals and soul was in there. And so that I had no idea the impact that was having. I had anything to do with it. I didn't see it that way. I was just trying to break this thing out and see what it says. I said, damn, I'm in here. And I said, I looked around and see, did Elijah break the seals or did it match? No evidence. I said, nobody. There you go. So then I said, what I'm going to do here? Right? And everything collapsed right after that. Because I gave 100% of this. 100%. And nobody understand that. Because before I was giving all my attention to family and children and making money, and all of a sudden I wasn't doing it anymore. I got 100% to enter. And that didn't go well with a lot of people. See? And I think probably my children too. Because all of a sudden, because I was the dad, right? Call me Abba, I was the dad, man. Every weekend we go to the beach someplace, I take them out someplace, amusement park. Saturday mornings, right, we sit around, I put my homework and teach them mathematics, science, and during the week, when I was home, I do this and that. They had a nice place. Everybody had their own room. We had like big family house, 2-story, 3-story mansion. Everybody was happy, except that false demon. Then that false demon I was married to, and so that went away because I focused 100% on the angel. That's what it took. I'm not complaining. Because it seemed like to me, the person always chosen to do these things, this person is nature's totally against it. Prophet Muhammad revealed the most beautiful Arab literature ever in the Quran, and the man couldn't read or write. Like Muhammad had to come and toe to this educated scientific beast, and the man didn't have no education, could barely speak. See, so, and then me, it's like, why would you choose me? I'm gonna be a public speaker, and I hate the, I'm a hermit, I'm hiding. You find me hiding behind a rock someplace, you can pull me out and tell me I gotta speak to people. You see I'm hiding behind a rock because, I'm just doing it. I'm hiding because I want to be there. I don't want to be out here talking to people. I never did, even when I was in school, I never did public speaking. I tried away from that kind of stuff. I tried away from people. Now I like ladies, but I wasn't a ladies' man. Probably because every time they liked me for some reason. Especially white girls, they really loved me. I couldn't understand why they liked me so much. Because when I was in school, every time I look around, they was hitting on me. I never understood that one. Right? I never had any relationship with any of them. But they was always hitting on me. Even I had my consulting business. So something about me they liked. I don't know what it was. But the black girls, right, they liked me too. But then when they started talking to me, they got turned them off. I want to talk about mathematics, even religion. I talk about that too. I would question it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get some idea who that person I am. So for doing this, I ain't asked to do this. I don't want to do it. I ain't asked anybody to help me do it. I never asked anybody to help me do this. But it needs to be done, so I'm doing it, and I'm giving 100%. See? So at least anybody out there with their BS, make excuses, whoa to you. Because how you going to explain your actions when you got somebody like me who's doing it, don't even want to do it, and asked to do it, and nobody came and told me to do it. That's the whole thing about it. No one came in and says, oh, I'm going to choose you, like Elijah Muhammad came in a match from a relationship. Nobody came and told me how to do this. Nobody told me how to do this. Nobody came and taught me. Right? I never got to first year of high school. I taught myself. Mathematics, science, calculus, I taught myself all that stuff. And God looked around and says, hey, the teachers teach me from a book. Hell, I can read a damn book. So I said, hell with you. I bypassed that one and got the book myself. You understand what I'm saying, brothers and sisters? So I didn't want to do this. I didn't ask to do it. And nobody came in, and nobody's telling me, oh, look at my show right now, tell me I got to do it. Everybody tell me to get up in the morning and do this. Everybody tell me to get every day do this. Everybody tell me to go ahead and, you know, see, I don't just get on here and say some 5 minutes and then, boy, I go out and take time to do graphics and research and all that, make sure everything I say is totally correct, keep all the current events, the whole thing. Nobody's telling me to do that. Nobody's paying me to do it. Nobody's paying me to do it. I'm not getting a dime from anyone. I never got a dime from anyone. So what's the story here? And it tells you in the end, it says, the Ancient of Days, once he gets it all, he gives it away to the Master Muhammad. So what's your excuse? Maybe that's why they did it, so you wouldn't have no excuse whatsoever. Because you say, here's a guy that didn't want to do it, don't have no education. You had to teach yourself. Nobody's telling him what to do. Nobody came and taught him. Nobody's telling me how to do it. And he's totally against his personality and everything else. And he wasn't in the ghetto. He was sleeping he wasn't homeless. The man was, I don't know if he's called wealthy, but I had a lot of money and I was doing well. And I was on the way to being a millionaire. Because I had several houses. I was buying real estate. I had my own consulting business. I was getting ready to expand and start bringing people in. And I gave all that up to do this. And I didn't want to do it. Let me move on, brothers and sisters. I'm going to get to my main topic here. See? But that's the story, brothers and sisters. Then you got Farrakhan. Oh, he's all this, all that. And see, on the forecast, there was some, the Nation of Islam. No, Nation of Islam, I was there. I witnessed somebody selling papers. I was actually a foreman at Muhammad Street newspaper and did a midnight foreman. That messenger knew me because I got a message from him, man. I never talked to him personally. But my wife at the time, right? She passed not so long ago, right? She, she was she ran his dress shop, MGC dress shop, and so she knew him, and she talked to him. She knew Farrakhan too. She didn't mess her, right? Bless her, right? See? No? And we divorced a long time ago, right? Not too long after messing it, right? But we still were friends. She was a good woman. We were good friends, and I hope this, but we divorced. That's not stuff. I'm not getting to all that, right? But she knew. That's how I got the job as a foreman. Now, and that job, working at the press, I ended up becoming a foreman, right? Because her family, her brother, was one of the message ministers in Peoria, and that part of the family was that she was connected with. There was like officials in the Nation of Islam, right? So I'm not somebody just didn't know what was going on. I knew what was going on. And Farrakhan tore it down. But they don't mention that. It did fall. He tore it down. He was the main man. He tore it down, took all the money he get, and ran and left the believers stranded with nothing. Nothing. Now, how he so rich and have no business? Why is he multimillionaire? He don't have no business anywhere. Yes, he built anything. He rebuilt Nature's Islam. He built anything? He tore it down. Him and Walls tore it down single-handedly. And then on top of that, they started something called the Millennium. It's a fact. So call me a liar, Farrakhan. See, those people over there, they got some hard days coming. You know, it's an unprecedented time. They got some unprecedented hard days. If you can imagine, you remember that, have you seen the movie, what was that, Shaka Khan? No, not Shaka Khan. Shaka Zulu, Shaka Khan. Yeah, excuse me. That sister get mad at me. No, it's Shaka Zulu. If you remember that movie, Shaka Zulu, that dude was a terrible character, but that's true not all the stuff he did, right? But remember, what's going to happen to these people is unprecedented. So it's worse than anything that Shaka Zulu did. Like I said, it says they're going to wish they was never born. That's what it says. They're going to wish they were never born. They said it'd be better for them if they tied a big stone around their neck and jumped into the ocean. So it'd be better for them if they'd never been born. See? Because our people, much as we suffer, and then these clowns are here, oh, I'm some man. You know, I'm Jesus. That's Farrakhan. And getting money off there and getting money and abusing our sisters. And using our sister Farrakhan, pimping his sister out there, because those Negroes, male Negroes he got, they won't do anything. So he got sisters out there doing fundraising for him so he can shake his ass all over the world, talking about nothing. They got hard days coming, unprecedented. Let me move on, brothers and sisters. I could talk for 2 or 3 more hours, right? But I hope you get the idea here. But well, maybe you do, maybe you don't. But right now, all the stuff happening in the world right now, how come they never mention any of it today? None of it. Because Farrakhan's a coward. On top of being a punk and a demon and everything else that you think of, shit eater. That's why I say anything. Because he don't know he's scared. See, because stuff jumping off, and they know what I'm saying is coming into focus. He's scared of anything because he don't know. He has no idea what's going to happen, and no God's talk. Because God talked to him. Yes, God can talk to him, all right. Because you don't want God to talk to you. You don't want God to talk to you unless you can. Because if he talked to you, if he talked to you, if he hates you, he's talking to you. You don't want him talking to you if he hates you, because then you're disemboweled, castrated, in a wheelchair. That's God talking to you. I told you, God is consequence. Don't you understand that? And we're the God. God is consequence. I think he even said that to some extent. Yesterday was Sunday. God is consequence. So yeah, he spoke to Farrakhan, and now you see what God said to him. He put his ass in a wheelchair, castrated his ass, and I'm shitting, pissing him in a bag. Yeah, he speaking to you, Farrakhan. That's what he said. That's his word. It's all over you. Yeah, he's speaking to you. Curse with a curse. Come on, brothers and sisters. That boy here. I got a lot more.
The fall of Babylon predicted.
Okay, hold on. Now, I'm going to play this. It's take about 3 or 4 minutes, brothers and sisters. And be close attention, because it describes all things going to happen to America in a few more days. When I say a few more days, I really mean it. Maybe a few more hours. Right? That's what I'm talking about. And when they say Chaldeans, remember, Chaldeans is the word Caucasian is not in the Bible. The word Chaldean is the word Chaldean means Caucasians. Understand that? Let me play this.
Come down. The fall of Babylon predicted.
Okay, here we go. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
fall of Babylon predicted. Come down, and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldean, American Caucasians, for you will no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones, and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, thy shame shall be seen, I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man, I will not spare anyone. As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent, and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called, the Queen of Kingdoms. I was angry with my people, I have polluted mine inheritance, and given them into your hand, you showed them no mercy, upon the old, aged, have you very heavily laid your yoke. And thou said, I shall be a queen forever, so that thou did not lay these things to thy heart, neither did you remember the eventual consequence of it. Therefore hear now this, you are given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me, I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children, but these two things shall come to you in a moment in one day, the loss of children, and widowhood, they shall come upon you in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. For you have trusted in your wickedness, you have said, none sees me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee, and you have said in your heart, I am, and none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon you, you will not know from whence it rise, and mischief shall fall upon you, you will not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon you suddenly, which you will not know. Stand now with your enchantments, and with the multitude of you sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, if so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators, stand up, and save thee from these things that shall come upon you. Behold, they shall be as stubble, the fire shall burn them, they shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame, there shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. Thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants, from thy youth, they shall wander every one to his quarter, none shall save thee.
I'm gonna play it one more time, brothers and sisters. One more. So you make sure, pay close attention to it. There's a lot of verses like this, but this one gets talking about backfire. And this is what you're gonna see in very few days, brothers and sisters. And I mean very few.
The fall of Babylon predicted. Come down, and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldean, American Caucasians, for you will no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones, and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, thy shame shall be seen, I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man, I will not spare anyone. As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent, and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called, the Queen of Kingdoms. I was angry with my people, I have polluted mine inheritance, and given them into your hand, you showed them no mercy, upon the old, aged, have you very heavily laid your yoke. And thou said, I shall be a queen forever, so that thou did not lay these things to thy heart, neither did you remember the eventual consequence of it. Therefore hear now this, you are given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me, I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children, but these two things shall come to you in a moment in one day, the loss of children, and widowhood, they shall come upon you in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. For you have trusted in your wickedness, you have said, none sees me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee, and you have said in your heart, I am, and none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon you, you will not know from whence it rise, and mischief shall fall upon you, you will not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon you suddenly, which you will not know. Stand now with your enchantments, and with the multitude of your sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, if so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators, stand up, and save thee from these things that shall come upon you. Behold, they shall be as stubble, the fire shall burn them, they shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame, there shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. Thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants, from thy youth, they shall wander every one to his quarter, none shall save thee.
Okay, brothers and sisters, if you pay attention to that shit, it's my idea, but there's, I mean, there's one that gets more graphic than that. Cannibalism, unrestrained, unbound, right? So this just gives you the order that seals are actually broken in. So I'm not going to pass on that, brothers and sisters. Okay, so I'm going to go here. So I want to really go through and talk about all these things, but it's a lot here. So I talk about some of them. I want to really go through this because it all fit together. And like I said, the scriptures, they're all saying the same thing. That's why he had the angel key. They're all saying the same thing, just from different perspectives. And once you understand the angel key, understand the angel, you should be able to break those verses. You should be able to unlock them. Because you realize it's talking about this. It's just, I got to just figure out how it's doing it. Like I used to tell my children when they was growing up, right? I said, when you work in some place, because of the pressure, works, it doesn't make sense to excuse me, be quitting jobs and just quit job and go to another job, right? Because you end up in the same situation you get in another job. The point is, you're going to deal with the same people, right? The pressure's going to remain the same. You move one place, you're not going to change the pressure. The quality of the pressure is different, but it's still going to be pressure. When I mean the quality of pressure, like in other words, on this job, man, this person was a clown, this person was abusive, this person was negative, this person was, right? So I'm tired of this, man. I'm tired of dealing with these people like that, right? So you go to another job. You can have the same cast of characters. You just got to figure out who's playing what part. who's playing the clown part, who's playing the abusive part, who's playing the. Because you're going to have the same class of character. The pressure's going to be the same, it's just quality is different. And the pressure, feel the pressure. They say there's no net forces. That means the pressure is the same in every aspect. It's just the point is, like I said, when you kill people, if you just kill, like when they're in the mob, okay, you kill the person, and then all you did was, is you still got the same pressure on you. It's just another person gonna feel that pop, but now you don't know who that person is. You knew who it was here. That's why I say keep your friends close and your enemies closer, because now at least you know who they are. Because if you kill them, then you don't know, somebody's gonna take their place, but then you don't know who that person is. Because the pressure's gonna remain the same. That's why you can start thinking mathematically. So it don't make sense to me. Because now you confuse yourself because the quality is different. Now you got to try to figure out who's playing what part. We understand how pressure works. You understand how reality works. So let's move on, brown scissors. Okay. Now, what I want to talk about this, I'm going to keep it short, brown scissors, but like I said, I probably been an hour already. Okay, it says, it's several verses talks about abomination of desolation, or it's similar, right? But each one with different perspective. So this one tells you, it gives you the place, Jerusalem, and it tells you what the situation is. See, the other ones don't, you guys understand subtly. It says Jerusalem, and we see Jerusalem on, that means when you flee, it has to be, because something happened in Jerusalem, it has to be when they're surrounded by armies. Now, why does that make a difference? Because you go to the next one here, right? It just says, we see abomination desolation spoke by, but it doesn't tell you, right? It said when you see it, but that's general. At what point? When you see it, at what point? I mean, when you see it, okay, when you see a storm coming, okay, what if you're in this part of town, you see a storm coming at 2 o'clock, another person at 4 o'clock? See what I'm saying? So you see it, you see abomination desolation, but what point, when you see it, at what point at abomination desolation do you flee? I'll tell you that. You say, when you see abomination desolation, but that covers the whole period. It covers a period of time. So what point do you need to flee? When you first see it? Or at what point? At the point when you see Jerusalem armies. You understand? And you'll keep for that. You understand? That's the point. That's why they have those 3 things together. You understand? So when you see, and we see abomination desolation, right? Okay, you see it, right? But then, okay, but it says Jerusalem, that means who's controlling Jerusalem, means they're the abomination, not the council. And the time frame is when Jerusalem are armies. At that point, we need to flee, right? But at that point, it's going to be very close to winter. And it says, may your flight be not in the winter. See, they say Sabbath in the winter, because the point, if they just say winter, then you'll know what side of the winter they're talking about. It's going to be before the winter or after the winter. But by saying the Sabbath, and you understand what the Sabbath is, that means that side, the front side of winter, not the back side of winter. That's the difference. That's why I do it. I'm going more deeper, much deeper than, because sometimes you say the winter. They don't just say, never say just the Sabbath. They say the winter, because they want you to know. But the one time they say Sabbath and winter, that means to put you in the front of the winter, not the back side of the winter, because then you'll be lost. So make sure, right? And so they tell you this is going to happen, right, just before the winter. Otherwise, you won't be concerned about the winter. It's going to happen just at the winter time. Just before winter. Because if you pray for this winter, right, that means if it happens during the winter, you're in trouble. So that means it's got to be right at the winter, just at the point of winter. See, I'm going to get deeper and deeper. It's getting closer and closer. Just analyze, do the math, do the logic. The Sabbath, that means it has been the first side of winter. And then by just saying the winter, don't just say the Sabbath, by saying the winter, that means pray, right? That you have just before the winter, because you wouldn't have to do that if it wasn't going to be like in October, November. You wouldn't have to pray before the winter, because you wouldn't have to flee. You'd be fleeing in panic, right? So that means you got a short window there, a day or whatever, just before the winter. You understand the difference there? That's why I say that, because if it happens in October, November, right? See, then the winter's not a problem. It's not even an issue. See, it's an issue if it happens just before the winter, which is only a few days away. Then we're gonna talk about this about fleeing and then another one, right? See? Okay, then it talks about, I don't know if I'm going to get this, I'm not going to be able to talk about it yesterday. Okay. And then see, and it says, well, I can't talk about this unless I talk about what I said previous. Because it's talking about here, it says, talk about these days here, it says 1980, when Iran finally broke free from under Western rule, under Shah and everything else, right? And 43 years, that puts you 19, that puts you 2023. And then it says, then 43, if it's 43 and 40, says come to the 40, that means a year and a half later. It said, bless me. And from the time of the daily sacrifice you were taken away and the domination desolation set up. So when was it set up? In 2023. So it's talking about something that happened 43 years before that. See? Because it says, wait a minute, was that wrong? Yeah. If you do divide that by, it comes 43. So 43, so, because we know the abomination stuff was set in 2023, October. That's when the abomination desolation started. They started this, that's, okay, you got that? So that means you go back 43 years, I put 1980, okay, that covers that. And then it says a year and a half later, it says, blessed be those who wait and come and survive till a year and a half later. A year and a half later will put you at 2024, which be October, right? That'd be a year, October, and then 5 months, 6 months after that, be November, December, January, February, March, April, right? Okay, from October to November, December, January, February, March, April. Actually, I put, I don't know why, I just thought about that. Half a year is 5 months, it's 6 months. So that's wrong there. It should be April to May, so we're right in there. Right. Anyway, the point is that the tribulation, we know it's going to last at least 5 months because that's a demon war. Right? And that 5 months after tribulation starts, when's tribulation start? This tribulation starts, right? Will start next week, actually. Once the war starts. And false was taking down everything. So if you go and do that, that puts you into what? Say January, February, March, April, May. See? So it puts you close to May, April. But it says those days be short, so it'd be a little shorter than normal. So I now that I messed up, I made talking about 5 months. I don't know why. I said that 5 here, I went 5 months, 6 months actually. So I'm speaking more than actual. We review that, but the point is that's why it says those days be shortened. Or none of us will be left alive because they're gonna be attacking us during that time. There'll be great tribulation that's never been since the beginning of the world until now. That means then it's gonna be tribulation. It's gonna be something, right? There's gonna be more than something. Okay, I'm not gonna get into this one. Okay, I want to get to my main point here. Okay, okay. So here's the three I was talking about. Here's Jerusalem armies. Armies desolate, spoke by John standing. See, it's a standing place, so it means it's a standing place in Jerusalem. That means false Israel is the abomination that's causing the desolation. They're an abomination, right? Because they're in what? They're in a place that should not be. They're Jews in Arab land. That's Arab land over there. And so abominations, as they're spoken, standing in a place where it shouldn't be. So you got the three together. But one, it says, right, for those days of being in great distress, woe to women who are pregnant. They ain't talking about females that's pregnant with children. I'm going to show you that in a minute, right? And the same thing is, your flight be not in the winter or the Sabbath. Here it says, pray your flight will not be in the winter, right? But those with child, it's a great distress on them, right? The ones that's pregnant, who they're pregnant with us. Remember, if they say, this ain't talking about us because it says we're the ones being birthed. So who's pregnant with us? America is, right? So that's what it's saying here. Woe to the women who are pregnant and those who have nursing babes in those days, for there will be great stress upon the land and wrath upon this people. Who are the people? The people that are pregnant. See? Great wrath upon them. So who are they? Okay, let's look at it. Here's where we are right now. The war's Iran's about to make its move. It's where we are right now. Powers in the Middle East is Gog, Magog, and Satan. Remember, the power of heaven will be broken. It's about to be broken, but it's not broken yet. They're still in control. Right? They took Syria down. Right? And it says the war starts. Right? But when it starts, that's when the NOI repents of, that's the sign of Jonah, repents of fire, kind of throw them out. They about to throw them out right now. Satan will throw them out within. Right? And based on that performance they had Sunday, I don't say anybody could still hang in there with that garbage. Anyway, they said that they are. And then here it is. You see, this one, and then just before that, when the war starts, and then they says war broke out in heaven. That's phase one. Then Michael's angels, they go against the dragons and they make the move. Right? And then the dragons angels going out, the Gog and Magog. That's what's right here. See, they kicked out. See? And when they kicked out, this is when Jerusalem found armies. You see? And who's pregnant? See? They're pregnant with the black people, the demons and NOI. See? So they're the ones that had the wrath upon them. And these are armies. These are armies, American Britain Army and Iran and Syria's army. Right? So they're surrounding my armies, false Israel surrounding my armies. That's when you need to flee, because we still here. We still under there. See? Okay, let's talk about this. Back up. We might have went too fast. I'm gonna close out in a minute, bro. This is see here. Now, in September 2023, I was telling everybody that's what he was talking about. He said, "With peace and safety, sudden destruction fall upon them." That's what he was talking September. So-called Sabbath, or peace and safety. And then Yahweh, the UN nations, man, we're gonna have a peace. We're gonna have a Belt Road to China, and we're gonna have peace. We're gonna have peace, Saudi, all that. I said no. And at first I was talking, we don't Armageddon anyway. No, he was talking about peace too, because we're gonna start with master. We got him on tape. We're gonna start with master. Now we're gonna forgive master, all that kind of stuff. When he said peace, says sudden destruction will come upon them like a woman in labor. So that means it'd be sudden. The pains will be sudden. But the pains is like a woman have a baby. I can't speak to this. I'm just, man, so sisters don't get angry with me. But they have the birth pains, right? And it gets quicker and quicker and quicker. So it's a process until the baby's actually born. That's what we're going through right now. That's the abomination of desolation. But so, boom, right there. Abomination of desolation. And that's the birth pains. They get quicker and quicker, worse and worse and worse. Right? And the water just broke. Syria. The war just broke. That's a silence. Right? And now the baby's about to be delivered. And then, right? And I was talking about these things. Desolation came right. It says, when they told me, then sudden that's happened. And the whole world's got whole world's attention. It's getting worse and worse. And then I said Syria would have to go down before the actual war takes place with Master Muhammad and his angels when they actually go to war. Because it says, how long are you going to take this fifth seal? He said, no, you got to wait until your fellow brothers, talking about in Iran, had to suffer stuff like you suffered, and they'd be killed. And Syria just killed. Right? So in those streets I talk about, and that happened. Bam, bam, bam. Those out the way, they happen. Can't deny. Anybody pay attention, just know. I was on board. I wasn't watch the weather or reporting some of these things before they happen. Before they happen. Right? Okay. I said Syria had to go. That's the fifth seal. I broke that down, right? And now, here we are this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? They'll be surrounded by Friday, they'll be surrounded by armies. I just put that there. Right? So Friday, that's the last day. And what's supposed to happen this week? Start of tribulation. What's going to happen this week? The next thing's got to happen. Iran's going to attack, make its move. Everybody been waiting for a while for Iran to make its move. Said no, they got to make them. Syria has to go first. They make their move, and they got to make their move before winter, or 21st of December. And so now, and Syria came around time last week, out of nowhere. Nobody was expecting that. I told you it had to happen first. Right? Everything's on time. So now this is about to happen out of nowhere. You'll wake up, if it hasn't happened already, wake up, Iran just made its move on forces, and it's terrible. It's a whirlwind. That's the next thing. See? And see how close these things are together? Nobody was expecting peace and safety broke out in September. Nobody expecting about this destination, October 7th, bam. Right? I was on time with them. So all these things happened in this period of time. And then Syria said that would have to happen before. And then it happened. It looked like it did. Did it look like it last week? Did it look like it? Everybody said, oh, nobody saw that coming. Nobody expected it. Not I said that's what happened, and it happened. See, so we got people now, and you wonder who they are. Because if they know these things, they should be fireballs. They should be out there burning this place up. They should be out there all over making themselves gods. Right? Showing, man, they should be, because they got this information, they got all this background, and they should be all over Instagram, Facebook, every place. Bam. Because if they had been out there somebody, what happened if there's all over the place something up? That's not what happened. What's all over the place? Right? Because when I told them they could go, they already was told that Syria had to go first. So what they was on Instagram and everything saying, man, it was Syria, she's about to go. How much credibility would they have? What they got all over the place? Just 5 minutes. She's about to go. She's about to go. Syria's got to go. Syria has to go before anybody else. And they can't say I didn't tell them that. Syria has to go. That was the silence. I got a whole presentation about the silence, the silence, the silence. The silence has to go, and then sixth seal. Sixth seal lets hell break loose. But they didn't. Why? That just gave them a chance to get credibility. Yeah. Until now, what's next? NOI. Next. Iran. Okay. So I can't get on Instagram and take all that. I can't. I mean, it's just me. It takes hours to put this together. What can I do? I can't duplicate myself. Right? Okay. So I'm gonna try, but anyway, I got information out there on Facebook and on YouTube. Right? So the next thing I'm telling everybody, if I'm doing this very clearly, next thing, man, they got to do it before next couple of days. Because it's going to be suddenly fast. And then once that war starts, that's when suddenly NOI is going to collapse on the Farrakhan. They're going to run until somebody. So by Friday, I should have control of the express lawn. By Friday. You understand, brothers and sisters? But before that, it will depend on when it ran. So it ran before Thursday. They got attacked, so it should be attacked Monday or Tuesday. Iran's got to make its move. When they make their move, NOI becomes mine. This has happened the next couple of days. So I'm putting it there. It's ain't like the weather, and it's documented. It's going to be on YouTube and Facebook, documented. This is the power I was trying to give them. We said you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. It's the power I was trying to give them. It's how powerful it would have been if they had been paying attention and said, oh man, no, Sears got to go down first. And that we got 2 weeks before that. That means Sears got to go down any day now. And the same logic, Iran's got to attack any day now. Literally any day. This week. Has to be nice. Just any day. This week. Within the next 48 hours. When they do, it's going to kick America out. So that means they must already be ready to do it already. They're already trying to do it. They're probably waiting to see if my props are accurate. They want to be sure, whatever. Because those with the Lord, remember, when he says, when Elijah goes to those with the Lord, that means he already with them. He said those who want to be with the Lord. Do you pay attention to these things, brothers and sisters? He said those with the Lord, that means he's already with them. They was just there in his camp. But it says those with the Lord, that means they're already with him. He didn't say those go like with the water. He said, no, those with the Lord. But it was in Aaron's camp. They're already with me. This in his camp. That's what Exodus tells you. So therefore, because it says in Mark, they was already ready. Because they was looking for him. They were seeking him. And they saw him. They ran to him. It says the same thing in Mark. That's what's about to happen. And then what? And so it's going to come right to the line here on Thursday. Friday. We'll come right to the line here on Friday. Because that's the day before. So at that point, if I got it right, at that point on Friday, is when American prison finally thrown out. Because that's when Jerusalem was shot by armies. And that's when you got to flee on the 20th, because you can't wait till 21st. Am I clear enough for you, brothers and sisters? Because if I'm on wrong, I'm dead right now. I'm in that fire pot. See, he don't know shit. He's a liar and a coward. He's scared of anything. You can't. Can you be any more specific than I just been just now? Can you be any more specific than that? Can you be any more specific than that I just told you? I said they're going to be shot by armies Friday. That means you have to flee Friday because we wait till Saturday. It's going to be very close. I mean, NOI about 50 Farrakhan out in the so means Iran is getting ready to make his move on it. If not doing it right now. There's a time frame. There's the 16th. You got to the 20th. I'm going, brothers and sisters. I'm not going to do anything else, brothers and sisters, because I want you to concentrate on that. But it can't be any clearer than that, can it? Okay. Okay, I told myself I'm going to just move on, brothers and sisters. I'm going to leave it there for now. I think there's a time frame, but I want to just sink in. Because also just add to that, but that just sinks. I'm going to sink in. You can't be no more. I told you, as you get close to the end, I'll be more and more specific. I can't be any clearer than that, brothers and sisters. I can't be any clearer than that, just it was. And see, you got those sitting around here. Well, I talk about this. No, I'm not. No. See, they sitting around here. They claim they would the engineer and everything else, but the bottom line is they'll wait and see. I'm gonna wait and see if this happens. No, because when you made that amount of that, you might as well not wait and see it all, because you ain't gonna see a damn thing, because you lost. See, because you're gonna have to explain that to people. Why you wait and see? See, what was you waiting for? Because while you was waiting to see, people's lives were being lost. People's lost for what? Lack of knowledge. I'm gonna wait to see if he's right. If he ain't right, I say, see, man, but what if he is right? Oh, well, I was with you. I just had, just make sure I had it right. I didn't want to make no mistakes. Okay? I'll leave there, brothers and sisters. Hope you understand. Here we go. We'll know by Friday, won't we? Now, how you want to talk negative? I don't talk negative, brothers and sisters. I told my wife, she upset me, saying, I said, I don't like negative. I don't talk negative. I don't like negative people. You know, she gets nervous with me because she never seen anybody like me. Right? Because I just do things. She said, how the hell you do that? Like when I left Chicago and came to New Jersey, I had no money in my no pocket. I was working for Time Magazine at the time, right? And that's a long story. And I wasn't a contractor yet. I just learned how to get on the computers, right? And I studied all I could. So when I moved to Jersey, I was going to start my own business, right? Anyway, long story short, right? My demon wife at the time, she wanted to divorce. Fine. So I said, fine, you want, you got it. Right? So I was supposed to meet her and the lawyer at the office on that, whatever. Put my resignation in. I left New Jersey. I signed whatever you want, but I ain't gonna meet in the office and all that crap with you. This is some intimidation crap, right? I took off. I had me a Mustang at the time, was almost new, right? And I had about $200 in my pocket or whatever. I had no money. And that was it. And I left New Jersey. I had nothing there. Because how do you do stuff like that? Because I know about pressure. I understand pressure. I don't think like you think. I knew my situation was going to be as positive as it was in Chicago. It'd just be a different quality. Still be, if it's 10, it's still 10. Maybe 2 plus 8, or 3 plus 7, or 2 times 5, but it's still going to be 10. So when I got there, right, I stayed with my uncle about 2 days, 2 or 3 days. I stayed with my uncle. And I found me a place. I went over in New York, right? I went over there and went to one place. I went over saw the front. They told me how to look. They were on the spot, right? And 3 years later, right? Mini mansion, couple of houses, so forth and so on. And more than I had them when I was in Chicago. That's when I left, went to Florida, same thing. With Florida, I went to Florida, I had nothing. Because I don't think, see, you think, I still don't think like that. I don't worry about stuff like that. You see? So my wife, she get kind of used to it because she see me. I walk into the dark like I walk boldly into the dark. I don't worry about the dark. I walk into the door. She said, how you do that? And I said, have anything work out for you? Yeah, things work out for us all the time. I said, have you been nervous? Well, I'm nervous with you, but I ain't nervous about life. You ever been hungry? You ever been outdoors? You got plenty of money. You got a nice car. You got all these nice things, don't you? Yeah. Do what you worry about. Because she ain't never known anybody like me. I don't worry about nothing. I don't feel a goddamn thing. I don't worry about money. You know? I'll say one little thing, I say over and over again. Removed We was in a place, and we was in some crap went down, and our cars got missing. The neighborhood, right? And some kind of, I forgot that they told the wrong car or something. I got to the hell with that, man. I said, I'm not gonna put up with this crap, right? So I went and found another place, right? I told her, she, oh, we're gonna stay. I said, I'm not gonna put up with nobody's bullshit. I told her, in my life, I don't put up with anybody's bullshit. I don't take no shit from nobody, right? And she's easy going. She got a very good heart, right? And she's easy going. I said, no, I'm not. And we told opposite, Because she'd put up with stuff. She put up with me. So that tells you something right there. But me, I don't put up with shit with nobody. And so I said, we're getting out of here. Man, I said, I don't give a damn. I'm getting out of here. I don't like what they did. I got cars and they ain't reimbursed for it. And I don't pull crap like that there, man. So when I said, don't worry about it. I said, we're going to find a better place and everything. Don't even worry about it. Next 2 days later, I found a nicer place. It was more money. I said, where you at? Don't you have money? You got plenty of money. I don't know. She got a lot of money in the bank. I don't know what she got. I don't want to ask her what she got. Because I make sure she gets plenty of money. All the money if I get from business, I'll give to her. But so I'm driving. She's seen one of my clients, right? Because I got a little business on the side, right? We got to eat, right? And this woman, she runs around the red light. And she ran it. Bam, hit me. And the car hit, right? It was like 2 or 3 years old, whatever. I hit a bump or something. It's like made a noise, and that was bugging me. Hit it. Bam. Towed the car. Spin me around. I was like in a little shock, right? I remember in the shock, but I was shaking a little bit. I wasn't hurt. But, I was a little sore. And the bottom line is that the woman, she admitted, right? We went and ended up getting a whole bunch of money. Got a new car. I gave her the money. And we had more money than we had before. And the place, of course, it was more than what we were paying for. But the extra money I gave her covered more than that. She had plenty of money in her pocket. So, see, don't worry about stuff. Don't worry about stuff. Because I understand how pressure works. Assalamu alaikum.